Hey YouTube, it's Tele Tuesday, and to this week's it's a multi-purpose video. One, it's Telecaster Day, so no, that's part two, which actually has just got annoying again. I thought I got away with it. Yes, so this is a pal's Jet. He said it's new to him. I don't think it's brand new. I think it was second hand. Either that or he got it very dirty from new. Yeah, so we've got what I think is a roasted maple, baked maple neck. It seems pretty good. I like it. It's more of a stratty neck. This guy's got like mutant wee stumpy hands, like pure. It's got like two beetle hands, so he likes a sort of thin neck. Yeah, so I've done a wee bit of swapping over on this. Before, this is his previous guitar, the dreaded Harley Benton George Harrison Ocaster. And previously, I think I put locking tuners on it, a Wilkinson compensated bridge, and Evil Sheep pickups in it, and a fancy push-pull switch to give you a humbucker mode. So now this has those locking tuners on it. I don't know. I think there might just be. They don't seem to be branded, so they're probably just the Temu ones or the eBay ones. A Wilkinson by Sung-Il, so a Korean Wilkinson compensated Telecaster bridge. I just kept the original electronics. It's got a funny switch in it, which I've never seen before. I should have done a video on it. I was thinking when I was fixing it, it's like, but no, it's like this. The switch, it kind of just looks like a normal three-way, but you don't have to twist the terminals together. It's like you only, I don't know, it's the same on the outside, but see the actual track thing on the inside, which does what the switch connects to connects, it seems to be different. I should really have mapped it out to see what it is. Kind of like the Cortex switch, where it's like it just looks like a normal 5-way switch, but both sides aren't the same. Which means you can do crazy shit, which you can't do with a normal one. It might be able to do something like that. So we've got the Evil Sheep pickups, and I'm playing through my wee Laney, which I think it needs a tube, something to do with the clean channel. Doesn't seem to work. It seems to be fine on the drive channel, but it's when it turns on, it's a tube amp, but it doesn't have a standby switch. Here, there's just got a. My thinking was actually this will be a good test for it. In fact, does it on? Right, everything's on now. So currently I've got another mic for this. This should be panned hard opposite. So I'm just thinking that there's the noise of it when it's on the clean channel. You should be hearing that, I hope. And then the drive channel, much less. Right, so it's something to do with there's something in the clean channel not working. Possibly a valve or something like that. But I was thinking, see that noise? Is that noise... It's annoying, yeah, but if I put on the bass amp, which is also noisy, do the two will cancel each other out, perhaps? They're kind of working in perfect harmony, but you've got like sort of a more bassy, low end, that exact note. It's a G, that's nice. So basically I could probably play in G over that. Oh, I can feel it going out of tune. I've just put strings on this. Should have stretched the strings in. It just goes to show you it's not the the whole idea of having locking tuners is so you don't have the windings going round the string, round the post, because they stretch. And if you ain't got no windings, it's got locking tuners on it. So basically, strings just need to stretch in, is the thing to do. Actually, my pal gave me, I think it was his sister's nylon string, saying, oh, there's something wrong with it. She put new strings on it and thinks she's bought the wrong strings, so it won't go out of tune. But it keeps going out of tune whenever she does anything. So basically, I was watching TV just going, that said, no, I was pulling the strings, like, just giving it that, until they stopped feeling like they were moving further. Just spent 20 minutes doing that and then tuned it up and then it stayed in tune. So maybe just a bit of that. Nylon strings are particularly annoying. See, look how much that's going to do. That's within the string stretching. So I'll just stretch all the strings and talk then. Yeah, so the current plan is, so I've got my wee Laney back. I really like that amp. The thing is, see the size of that amp. You can see looking at it, it's a 15 watt all valve with a spring reverb in it. And it kind of doesn't look that much. It's half the power. It's got a 10-inch speaker instead of a 12-inch speaker. It's a bit different. But see, just physically, it's a third of the size of that. That's a big, heavy, awkward, you have to kind of carry it out. That's kind of like a wee suitcase. It's nice. It's annoying me, that problem with the clean channel. The fact that it doesn't do it on the gain channel makes me think there's just a gate in the gain channel or something. I don't know. I do worry about putting tubes in that thing because you keep seeing them. When I bought it, it had new tubes in it, and every time you see one for sale, it's got new tubes, and it's like, does it eat tubes? Is that the problem? Like that's stretched down to a C. So I'm now running it into the orange to see if it sounds alright. And the plan is here that the orange can be coming out of the opposite channel. For my stereo jam, even though someone was saying last time it was X parts, that doesn't notice any difference with the stereo thing. It's like, oh, get headphones on. I think it's only small increments as I learn how to use all this stuff, but I think every time it just gets a wee bit better. I still need to remember after the live stream, turn the volume back up again on the mic though. Because yesterday's acoustic video, which I'm about to put live, is it's a bit quiet. That's alright, it's just overall at 80%. That moving on to the other sides. Well, it sounded much better. I'll give it that. But I'm using an external reverb thing rather than the internal one, and it is. I think there's a big difference between a 12 and a 10-inch speaker sound wise. Much more full. But I will say, I'm not sure exactly how the prices go with this Telecaster compared to the Harley Benton one. A much better guitar. The pickups and stuff are obviously really good now. I've not actually stuck that Harley Benton back together again. Not really sure what I'm going to do with it. He was just saying, do you want to just swap all the bits over and you buy it off me? And it's like, I don't know. The thing is, it's a rock solid £100 guitar. You look them up on eBay. Completed listens. There's 10 of them on there, and they all go for £100. So it's a £100 guitar, or 120 including postage, sort of thing. This is a really, really nice Telecaster. Mind you, I think, to be honest, these pickups they came in their own wee like wooden miniature crate with sawdust and stuff in it, with like wood shavings, and it's like, so I don't think they were cheap. But I think they're definitely much more worthy of it in this guitar than they were in the Harley Benton. I think, to be honest, part of the difference is they're both probably about the same price. The difference is this one doesn't have binding or a fancy laminate top on it, or branded parts. Therefore, they just made the body. They spent that little bit extra money making it play a bit better. Not had to do anything. Obviously, I tend to do the bridge because this isn't the original bridge, but fret's all good. I'm not 100% sure I love the colour of the roasted maple, that kind of sort of toffee colour. But I mean, that's not allowed to be a complaint about it. So, expect some stereo testage. This is basically a test of you can't really see the Laney. Obviously, I wanted to mic it up. I had a mic. I had the broken bit off a boom stand. The cheap boom stand you get where that bolt there always snaps. So you end up with I used the other half, the bottom half as a straight mic stand, and I had this bit. So all I did was tee my pedal foot on, which is just planks of wood with my pedal board. I just drilled the hole the same size as the bar and just stuck it in. So it's just sitting on there. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. I was sitting looking at it, trying to work out ways of making something and all that, but I'm going to put the Arian stereo, the Ibanez stereo pedal through it, which is a tremolo, to run through the two of them, and I'll pan them hard left and hard right. That could be interesting, but I was just thinking, I think I've opened a can of worms with the... Right, so what I want, I've got 3 amps and a stereo pedal. So obviously, just for playing normally, I quite like to have like that. I'm just use it as a stereo splitter, so everyone's mono up until it gets to that pedal. Then I think I've got a chorus pedal that does it as well, like a stereo output. So it would just be the last thing, puts chorus on the main sound, but that won't be on the loop. So how do I get the stereo signal into the loop, right? Because the way it's set up just now, I've got bass amp, guitar amp, left and right. It's what it is, right? So what I need to do, if I can flip in before it goes into the pedal, I could have the splitter pedal going into left and right. So that's a 2 amp. No, but the output of the amp. See? I was thinking about it. There's stuff involved. There's also the opportunity I was actually thinking of putting, which I could maybe do it with a bass amp. The loop pedal is a stereo loop pedal, right? So you can record left and right. That's how I do it with the guitar and the bass playing at the same time. It's just dead handy. Being able to run 2 amps. But there's also a third input. There's a microphone input on the back, because I used to use it for drums. I remember building a foot switch that turned it on and off. It's just a basic microphone input, and you've got a microphone level, and it goes on to both tracks. So I was thinking if I put the wee Moore drummer pedal into the microphone input, yeah, then that would mean it would come out both sides, whatever was running. But if I put the bass guitar into the other input, it would make the bass central and the drums central, and then it would have a stereo spread across the other two. Would I? I could overdub. I don't know what I'll do with it yet, but I like the idea of having a stereo setup just because I've actually got 2 amps that I like. But I'm sort of realising recently I've kind of fallen a wee bit for the Sovtech, the Orange. I have to say that the Sovtech was still, when I tried it out against the modern MiG 50 one, it had it. The MiG 50 had it, and that still had that Sovtech still has it better than that. Just the same thing, but better. And then this one's just a little bit less, and that PV one, which I'm selling as well, is just a little bit less as well. I'm now getting a wee bit, maybe a bit more appreciative of the Orange. It's not one I would have particularly chosen. I would now. I think just for the gigging aspect of it. I have gigged that. And it would have been fucking fine. And I took it to, I was playing the Vortex in Cumbernauld with Cranking House. I took it up and it was like, yeah, there we go. And I had it, on full power mode, blasting up, sitting about half volume, pure rocking. And as soon as I started playing, the sound guy's just like, turn that down, turn that amp down. So I started turning the amp down. I was like, I had it down at fucking volume is in here like that. And he's like, up here, right. And then at this time, I'd put I'd balanced my GoPro just kind of like right next to where the desk was to film the gig, and I was one bit just like up here, oh, that stupid wee tranny amp's no loud enough, or try to send a guy to come up and try and adjust it, and it's just like, just tell me. It's like I had it sitting at loud enough to play along with the drums without any mic amplification, so sticking a mic on it and then just keep telling me to turn it down, and it's not a tranny amp, it would have sounded fucking great. It sounded fucking awful. Because I was listening to some mad feedback thing, you could hear the microphone in the ground. Yeah. But it's a good amp, I'm sure. It's significant. I'm going to try, when I'm in with Ivor next, I'm going to take that in. Because it's just how much easier it is to carry. Stupid. Plus I like it. And I maybe actually get to use the drive channel a bit more. Still sitting there on. As it does, it sounds great though, doesn't it? Sounds very good with the tele. Yeah, so keep your eye open for that's a Laney VC15. Keep your eye open for an LC15. They just look like the wee, like your wee 10 watt Marshall or 20 watt Marshall type thing, and they're Laney, but Laney make them, the linebacker and all that. They look like that, apart from they're all valve. So sometimes I missed one for 40 quid once, and that was actually what I thought I was getting. That's the VC, which is a bit fancier. It's got 2 channels. I think there's an LC15R and there's one that doesn't have reverb, but it just kind of looks a bit more normal combo-y. Rather, that's a wee bit fancier. It's got like a Jensen speaker in it, and it's 2-channel basically. But I would have a wee look and see if you can find if anyone's got one. I'll swap it for a Buckycaster. Got to work though. But I mean, if it works, I'll totally swap one of them for a Buckycaster. As in, I would put it at. I normally sell them for about 125 quid for a cheap one, so I'd swap one for that. Oh, I'm sorry about last night. Thinking about the live stream. I'm going to have to buy an air fryer. It was getting bad. You know what I mean? It's like a good 30% of the conversation was comments about air fryers, and then Sloaney came in at the end, and it was like, "Pure, I don't like air fryers." It's like, "Pure, what? We're all. I've just spent the last hour being told that they're the best thing ever." Oh, air fryers, rock and roll, rock on. So yeah, the wee jet thing. It's a nice wee telly. And okay, I have changed the tuners on it. The tuners that were on it, they don't make any difference to the sound or how it feels. And I suppose it's got a compensated bridge. It's all to do with the neck, how it's attached to the body, and everything being in the right place, to be honest. Rock on.